So I absolutely love learning about new features in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I think a lot of you do too, as I often get comments with you letting me know all the new ones that you've discovered. Of course, the huge 2.0 update introduced so many new features, but many have actually gone under the radar, so I'm going to use this video as a chance to take a look at some of these new features that you might not know about. Starting us off, let's take a look at a feature I absolutely love that is connected to Animal Crossing New Horizons, and this is the Nook Link App. This app introduced a new feature which is the Island Newspaper. This paper basically allows you to see all of the current and ongoing events around your island. It also has its own built-in turnip tracker which allows you to track the prices of turnips throughout the week. So overall, not only is this feature actually really useful because it has a nice turnip tracker and other tidbits of information about your island, but it honestly has a lot of personality too and has an extra little bit of flavor to your island. I really love the idea of maybe one of your villagers going around documenting all the stuff they've seen and writing for a local newspaper, and that's basically what you get with this little feature. So it's definitely something you should be enjoying. I know that a lot of people don't know about this one because anytime I've talked about Nook Link in my videos, a lot of people have said they weren't aware that Nintendo had an app for the game, so definitely make sure you check it out because it is definitely something worth using. This next feature actually has a little connection which I didn't make myself until very recently. So you might know that if you go on a Cap'n Island tour, sometimes you can find yourself on a vegetable tour. You can find all the different crops here, like carrots, potatoes, you name it, and it's basically just a really neat place for you to farm the vegetables. No pun intended. Okay, you know what? Pun totally intended. Vegetables are of course used in a lot of different ways. You could sell them or you could even make some delicious dishes with them. I think a lot of people really enjoy cooking in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Well, if you find yourself on one of these islands, you will find a DIY recipe of course, and every single time this DIY recipe in the bottle will be a cooking recipe. So that is the connection that honestly I hadn't made, and I think that's a really cool feature and a nice way for you to get more cooking recipes if you need them. I honestly just assumed that DIY recipes were completely randomized on these islands, but nope, if you head to a vegetable one then you have a 100% chance of getting a cooking recipe when you go there. Personally, I don't have all the cooking recipes yet, so this is a really good tip for those of you who are trying to get more of them. Cooking can be a really great way if you want to give good gifts to your villagers, or maybe you want to simply sell them for extra bells and just make good use of those vegetables that you get. So definitely head to these islands and get yourself some of these cooking recipes, as it's a really easy way of doing so. You might also be aware that you can get a free cooking recipe on the Happy in Paradise archipelago if you head to the restaurant and talk to the main chef. That's another nice tip, but for those of you without the DLC, then you might want to start heading to these crop islands. They're fairly common on Cap'n's tours, so hopefully you shouldn't have too much trouble getting them, and then you get that nice guaranteed cooking recipe. Before we continue, I wanted to say that this video is sponsored by Disney Emoji Blitz. You can download the game for free using my link in the video description. I'm also hosting a giveaway for a $25 Nintendo Switch eShop card, which you could even use to play Happy Home Paradise if you don't have it. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other match-free game. Each emoji has its own unique power-ups and you control what to use, letting you strategize with each game that you play. I love the Mandalorian, so Mando is my favorite emoji, and he's just one of many to collect. You can also use the emojis that you collect in-game to text your friends, which is really cool. The game is also great for collectors, and if you enjoy collecting emojis, new ones are added every week and month. There's also different emojis with different categories like silver, gold, rainbow exclusive, and so many more that you'll really enjoy. Use my link down in the description to download the game. The link works as a creator code, so anything you spend within the game will help support me and the content that I make here. I'll also be hosting a giveaway on Instagram to reward you for playing the game. I'll be giving away a $25 Nintendo Switch eShop card. To enter, all you have to do is download the game using my link, get to level 20, screenshot that and send it to me on Instagram at Crossing Channel. If you've entered one of these giveaways in the past, you will need to get to level 25 as a new challenge. I'll choose the winners in a month from this video going live, and once again thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring. Speaking of Cap, and here's a fun one that I honestly think a lot of people probably do know about, but I wanted to mention it because I've gotten comments where people have said they were shocked that you can actually do this and they didn't know, especially people who didn't play Animal Crossing New Leaf. It's the fact that if you are going on a Cap'n tour, you can spam the B button to completely skip this dialogue and Cap'n singing, sending you straight to the island. Now, he won't be too pleased about this of course because you are rudely interrupting his beautiful singing, but if you do want to get to the island in a hurry, then this is definitely something that you can do, provided you won't feel too bad for doing it to Cap'n. This was a trick that basically every Animal Crossing New Leaf player knows about, so it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of people already know about this one, or maybe you discovered it yourself so far in New Horizons, but I thought I had to mention it because again, I have seen a lot of comments about this one, and it is a really nice time-saving trick. I wish we could skip more of the cutscenes in Animal Crossing, honestly. That would be a lifesaver, but sadly, it doesn't seem like that's going to be happening anytime soon. This next one is for those of you with Happy Home Paradise. So, if you've progressed to the end of the story of Happy Home Paradise and you've unlocked DJ KK's weekly concerts, then you can actually talk to Wilbur over at the dock and get him to come and dance with you and everybody else. This is such a nice little feature, and honestly, things like this add a lot more personality to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Overall, one of the things that I really loved about the DLC is that we get to see characters interact in new environments and ways that we've never seen them interact before, and this is one great example of that. So if you haven't asked Wilbur to go and dance with you, then you definitely should at some point. It's nice to let him off work, he honestly does a lot for us, so it's really nice to see more little interactions like this in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I wish we had had more of these from the start of the game, honestly, because I feel like interactions like this add a lot of that personality that some people definitely feel is still missing from Animal Crossing New Horizons. So when you get a chance, definitely take Wilbur out on a dance. Heading over to Harvey's Island now, one of the best features there is the ability to customize any item you want with Cyrus. Well, you might not know that Cyrus has his own exclusive customizations which you can only get from him and never find in shops. These are the damaged and distressed versions of some of the items you can find in the game. For example, this milk jug can be changed so you can have a really cool rustic version of it, which I really like. You can also do this with the mini car item as well to make a damaged, shoddy looking version of it. So I really recommend heading over to Cyrus and checking out what items can actually have exclusive customizations, because every time there will be these kind of ruined, rusty looking variants, and that's really cool. Cyrus is definitely one of the best quality of life updates that Animal Crossing New Horizons has ever gotten, and I think he deserves all the praise, as does Nintendo, for adding in this feature. So make sure you head to him and start customizing different types of items to get these distressed versions, because they are really nice looking and they'll go perfect on any sort of ruined core or city core island. This one has been commented a lot, and a lot of people have been asking me to talk about this. I did mention this quite a while ago in a video, but I think a lot of people missed that. So basically, you can meet up with Joan, Daisy May's grandmother, in the hospital on Mondays. Joan will be there for her weekly checkup. There's some problem with her back or her knee that she needs to see to. And when you talk to her, she will actually give you free 30 turnips, which is a really cool feature. Of course, this is only for people with Happy in Paradise, but if you do have it, then this is definitely something you want to add to do each and every Monday. I feel like seeing Joan is really cool again in Animal Crossing New Horizons. You don't need her amiibo card to do so, although you could invite her to the roost if you did have it. But it's just a neat little sort of Easter egg, I guess. They had been mentioning that Joan wasn't able to visit the island because she had problems with her back. That's what Daisy May said about her absence. So the fact that we actually see her in the hospital going for a checkup is a really nice piece of lore, and the fact you get free turnips for doing it is even better. But let me know in the comments section down below which of these new features you knew about, and any other new features you've discovered in Animal Crossing New Horizons that you feel like people should know about. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more Animal Crossing videos. If you made it to the end, then be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know that you did, and I'll catch you in the next one. I want to give a big thanks to these channel members for their continued support of me and what I do here on this channel. If you want to become a channel member, click the join button down below the video or the link in the description to learn more. You can get a whole bunch of cool perks like exclusive emojis, a badge by your name, access to our members only Discord, and our members only podcast too.